Jesus. I've been putting this off for a while. Read the description for more. Bam! Disc 3 starts off right away with Ryo asking for his ticket, and the dude is like, I can't get it to you, man! I'm broke! And Ryo's like, you piece of shit, and demands answers. He wants to know who the fuck that creepy bald guy was. And he's like, I think he's a mad angel. They work at the harbor. You walk outside, and the zombie's all like, Ryo, what was that all about? And Ryo's like, shut the fuck up, don't worry about it. Then he decides he needs to find a job at the harbor, because I guess the mad angel's always harassing you guys or some shit. Man, I don't know, Shenmue gets weird sometimes, okay? So you go to the harbor and the one guy you beat up in Disc 2, he's like, oh, I can get you a job, man. Because I guess he knows everything about what goes on in the harbor. I don't know. Man, I don't know, Shenmue gets weird sometimes, okay? And he's like, just meet me tomorrow. So you do so, and he's like, hey, I found you a job. But then Mai shows up out of nowhere and she's like, no, I got you the job. I guess they know each other, whatever. So you go and talk to your new boss and he introduces you. And holy shit, it's another fucking black guy in Japan. I don't know. Also, this is why you play this game with Japanese audio. You really get to hear the broken Japanese mixed with the English by the foreigners in this game. It's great.
フォークの運転は簡単だよ。Really easy. 時期になれるさ。
Mark, your coworker, asks you to come early tomorrow. Then all of a sudden, the only hobo in the game is being chased by dudes in a motorcycle, and it was like, hey, stop messing with that hobo. And they're like, stop messing with him? Fine. We're gonna mess with you. Play chicken with us. Then for some strange, man, I don't know, Shenmue gets weird sometimes, okay? They let you ride their bike, and you play chicken with them, and I'm pretty sure this dude loses a bunch of money because his bike is in the ocean now. Whatever, it's Shenmue. You head home for the day, but Nozomi's friend Eri tells you that Nozomi's at the park all alone. Good time to smash her, I guess. You head over there and she's crying about how she's going to be leaving Canada and there isn't much time left to smash her, so if you're gonna do it, hurry up and freaking do it, Ryo. Just smash her already. But of course you don't. It's Shenmue. You don't smash her. Also, I forgot to mention this in Disc 2, but your friends also have like a small intervention with you because they're worried about you. It's kind of important to know about later, but if you play this game normally, you're probably never gonna see this scene and you're wondering to yourself, who the hell are these guys? Anyways, the next day is your first day of work. Shenmue gets extremely repetitive around this time of the game, but fortunately, it's kind of content heavy. So you start each day off with a race, then you do some work, then something either happens during work, or after work, or both. Day 1 is both. At lunch, Mark is getting beat up, so Ryo saves his ass. Then he beats up more people who stop his hard work. At this point, I don't know why people are still fighting Ryo. Like, he beats up like fucking 5 dudes at a time daily, but whatever. Then Guizeng, or Kisho, as Ryo and I call him, attacks you out of nowhere and is like, hey, let me teach you this new move. And so he teaches you. And then he's like, Ryo, I know your pain. And then he walks off. What in the fucking world? Man, I don't know, Shenmue gets weird sometimes, okay? Day 2, you race, you work, you get messed with again. Like I said, it's very repetitive. Oh my god, wait a second, these guys look familiar. Oh my god, it's Bryce and Donald. And some other dudes. You beat them all up. Oh my god. Oh my god, this is Jerome, Jack, and Shane, and some other dude. You beat these guys up, and then Bryce, goddamn, he just steals the scene with this one. He's got great English, he's got great Japanese. I gotta give it out to the voice actor for this one. You find out that the Mad Angels hang out at this warehouse all the way in the back, so of course, after work you go there. And damn it, Mark is getting his ass beat up again by the same dudes you beat up yesterday. So again, you beat them up. And Mark is like, Ryo, they killed my brother. Fun fact, if you talk to Mark in the game, he asks you if you have any brothers. It's the small things in Shenmue. Day 3, you race, you work. At lunch, Nozomi and Eri come over and she wants to take pics of you two together. Fun fact, if you talk to Eri, she talks about how she got this new camera. It's the small things in Shenmue. Anyways, you have to pick out from 2 photos, and you want to choose the bad one because if you don't, Nozomi gets all sad. So you gotta choose the bad one so she gets the good one. Trust me, I've played this game many times. After work, yep, you guessed it, you get messed with again. But wait a second, it's Charlie. A lot of people making reappearances again. He tries to run you over with his friends, but oh my god, a fucking flying kick. A flying kick, goddamn. Ryo then steals a dude's bike. I'm pretty sure he kills this guy. He's got amazing bike skills for some reason. He doesn't even have a bike. I don't even know if he has a license. I don't know. He beats up a bunch of other dudes and he beats up Charlie again. And Charlie's like, Landy is still here. Day 4, you race, you work. Goro's on the floor all beaten up by Jack, so you chase Jack, and of course it's another ambush. Like, I don't know why he hasn't learned this yet. Why haven't you learned this yet? Anyways, you beat the shit up out of everyone, and Jack's like, we're gonna hurt your family, and you're like, shut the fuck up. Slap him in the face. Later, Mark tells you about some deal going on with Mad Angels and Land D, and he overheard it from Tony and Smith? What kind of fucking names are those? Tony and Smith, what the fuck? Thought their names were Jack and Jerome. No problem. No. To me, they're Jack and Jerome. They're not Tony Abrams and Smith Bradley. What the hell is that? What the hell? Just horrible names. Day 5. You race, you work. Goro and Mai tell you they're getting married for some reason. Man, I don't know. Shenmue gets weird sometimes, okay? But seriously, I still don't know why this is a thing. Anyways, you see Jerome and Jack, and you chase them to find out about this deal. I always chase Jerome. I've played this game many times. I don't know what happens if you chase Jack. I just always go with Jerome. I don't know what happens. Anyways, Jerome tells you he doesn't know about the deal and that the big boss Terry does. Later on, your boss is like, hey, Kisho left you a message. Finally, it dawns on you that maybe you should ask Kisho and Master Chen about the Mad Angels. So you go over there and they tell you to stop being so reckless and to just goddamn live your life. Go smash Nozomi. God. And they also tell you that your dad would be ashamed of you. You agree, and you just walk off. But you're thinking in the back of your head, man, Shenmue means revenge! For some reason, Ryo wakes up in the middle of the night, and Ine-san's like, were you smashing Nozomi? Her grandma called and said, you might have been. And he's like, no, I don't have time for that, I was just outside. Then the phone rings, and it's the creepy bald guy, and he tells you that you need to come to the harbor, or they're gonna kill Nozomi. But it's the middle of the night! What? The buses don't work in Japan in the middle of the night? So if you've played this game normal, you'll have no idea what to do. You're probably going to be running around. But remember your friends and the intervention scene I told you about? I told you it was important. So if you pay attention to the game, you know that one of those friends has a motorcycle outside of his house. So if you go to his house, for some reason he's awake, you ring the doorbell, he's awake, and he's pretty cool about it. He's like, he comes outside, he's like, hey, you want to come inside and talk? And you're like, nah, I need your bicycle, man. And he's like, oh, okay, like a true friend, he just gives it to you, no questions asked. No questions asked. All he tells you is he just says, don't drive fast. But nope, you drive hella fast. And there's this cool background music, it's getting you all hyped up, you're just driving, you're speeding down. And Ryo, again, I don't even know if he has a license, but he's speeding down. He's trying to get to the harbor as fast as he can. The music's just playing, it's getting you hyped up. You get down there, you beat up the dudes waiting for you. You go inside the warehouse, you beat up some more dudes, and you're like, give me back Nozomi. I haven't even smashed yet. And Terry's like, oh, okay, but you have to beat up Kisho for me. And you're like, okay, but you're also gonna give me Land D. Weird ass deal, but it's made. You take Nozomi back home and some old J-pop song plays, perfect smashing music, and you know what? I like to think they did. It skips to the next day, so you never go home, so I like to think that, they stop somewhere and let's say my boy Ryo smashed, Nozomi finally got her wish, let's say that. Let's make it canon. The next day you wake up, you meditate at the dojo, you got a big day ahead of you, you're fighting someone. You go to work, your boss fires you, he's like, you just beat the shit out of everyone here. And yesterday you left your forklift to chase some dudes. It's no big deal to Ryo though, he doesn't care. Then some goofy music plays and Tommy's like, yo Ryo, let me teach you a new move. He teaches it to you. There's a lot of teaching going on in Disc 3, but then all of a sudden, the mood changes, it gets all depressing. Tom tells you he's leaving. He's leaving Japan, he's going back to America. And Ryo's all sad now. More sad about Nozomi leaving to Canada. I never understood that. They even call each other best friends, they dap each other up. It's really sad. Then Ryo looks up at the sky and he's like, my friendo. Tamu. Like, where was this for Nozomi? I don't get this game. I don't get this game sometimes, but whatever. Anyways, the game skips ahead to your fight with Kisho, and Ryo comes out of nowhere, and he's like, fight me! And Kisho's like, what the fuck? Oh, alright, let's go! And, they start fighting. Ryo asks him to lose, but Kisho's like, nah, I can't believe you trust Terry. After every single dude in this game has lied to you, Every single dude in this game has lied to you and you still trust people. Anyways, they continue to fight. They continue to talk.
そんな蹴りで下の
And then eventually I guess they both get tired and they're on the ground and they're like, hey, you're not so bad. You're not so bad either. Then Terry comes out of fucking nowhere. Die! Fucking misses though, and you two chase him, but all of his goons come out of nowhere and Kisho's like, is trouble your middle name? And Ryo's like, don't complain, let's just do this. It's a pretty big battle in the game. I guess you have to fight like 70 dudes. I've never counted it. I don't know if it's true. Anyways, you beat them all up. If you're like me, you just keep spamming the kicks. At the end, you go one-on-one with this huge dude. I guess Kisho's taking a breather. He just vanishes you on this part. Whatever, I don't need him. Look at him. Look how I beat up this guy. Anyways, then you two fight Terry. I guess Kisho wants to beat his ass, so Ryo's like, alright, you go ahead and do it. And Kisho beats his ass. And then Ryo's like, I can't believe I did all of that. And still no Landy. The game's almost over. Kisho's like, man, I'll ask my dad about it for you. We'll get you to Hong Kong. And Ryo's like, thanks. And Kisho's like, no. That's my line. Anyways, the next day you're all packed up. Fuku-san gives you some money. And Ine-san's praying in the background. Poor Ine-san. You get this weird montage of Ryo leaving the city behind. I guess it's supposed to be bittersweet, I don't know. You meet with Master Chen, and he's like, Kisho's going with you. You need your bodyguard. We also want to know what Landy is doing. And you know, Disc 3, he teaches you a move. I've never been able to pull it off. Oh, what's this music? Oh my god, it's the creepy bald guy! Kisho jumps, he saves you, but he breaks his leg in the process. You're like, no! The only cool guy in the game. Creepy bald guy jumps down. He's like, you're not going to Hong Kong. You're going to die here. Then in good old school video game fashion, it's just you and the final boss. You beat his ass, and then you beat his ass some more. You throw him in the ocean. You go back to Kisho, and Master Chen is like, he can't go with you. He's got a broken leg, but don't worry. Head on without us, and he will catch up with you soon after. By the way, take this. It's who you should look for in Hong Kong. Then as you get on the boat, you get a flashback to a scene with Nozomi, who is praying for you, and she gives you this amulet. And like I said, I like to think that they smashed, and this was like the night after. That's what I like to think. And she's all like, we're both leaving Japan, but I wish we had more time. Probably because she wanted to smash more. Then you get on the boat and you leave. And that's Shenmue, ladies and gentlemen. Shenmue! Man, that was super long, but yeah. That was a Shenmue recap. All 3 discs. I guess we gotta do Shenmue 2. Shenmue 2 recap, anyone? I mean, we gotta, right? We just gotta. I'll see you guys then.